Hi, in this video we're going to be practicing how to draw a velocity versus time graph. So the scenario that I have picked out is the velocity of a boat. So as you can see, we have a time. So our time goes 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So we're going from 0 all the way to 35 seconds. In this time, we are measuring velocity. We're measuring the velocity of the boat. So the boat starts at a stop and then ends at going maybe 12 meters per second. So as you can see, the velocity does not remain the same. It kind of changes with every way. So first, whenever we make a graph, we need to identify our independent and our dependent variables. So let's start with independent. Remember the saying dry mix. So independent is in the mix and it goes on our x-axis. So our independent variable is something that we are changing. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we are changing or manipulating time. We're allowing time to go by. So time is our independent variable, and that means it's going to go down here on our x-axis. Meaning dry has the dependent variable on the y-axis. And the dependent variable, remember, is just something that is being measured. We are measuring the velocity of the boat. So our velocity is going to go on our y-axis over here. And as you can see, I've included units beside time and velocity. Seconds and meters per second, respectively. All right, so the next part of our graph, we need to label all of our increments. They do need to be proportional despite what our data table looks like. So our time, as you can see, it already is proportional. It increases with 5 every time. So our graph on our x-axis, so down here, we can have each line representing 5 points and go all the way from 0 to 35. So 0 would be here. All right, our velocity. With our velocity, there's not a clear pattern because our boat does not have a constant velocity. It doesn't even have a constant increase or decrease in velocity. There's really no pattern. So we go from 0, 9, 13, 16 for a while, 20, and 12. So our minimum is 0 and our maximum is 20. So we need to make sure that our graph at least goes up to 20 on the y-axis. All right, there's plenty of room, so I'm going to skip every other line and have it in increments of 5. So we go from 5, 10, 15, 20. So remember, that means that every line is technically 2.5 of value. All right, now we can just plot the points. So at time 0, our boat is at a stop. It's at 0. So that would be down here. At 5 seconds later, our boat is going 9 meters per second. So 5 seconds later, our boat is going 9 meters per second. So about right there. At 10 seconds later, our boat is going 13 meters per second. So at 10 seconds, we're going to go all the way up to about 13. Yes, so right up there. At 15 seconds, our boat is now going 16 meters per second. So at 15 seconds, we're going about 16 meters per second. And as you can see, for 15 seconds, at 20 seconds, and at 25 seconds, they are all at 16 meters per second. So your dots should be even. At 30 seconds, the boat is now going 20 meters per second. So at 30 seconds, our boat is now going 20 meters per second. And then at 35 seconds, our boat is going 12 meters per second. So at 35, you're going to go up about 12. All right, so now we have all of our data points plotted. You are more than welcome to connect the dots if that is what you so wish to do. So as you can see, at first the boat is increasing in speed. It's going from 0 to 10 to 13 to 16. So it increases in speed. You have that positive slope. Then from 15 seconds to 25 seconds, so about 10 seconds, that boat is not stopped. Remember, it has a speed of 16 meters per second. So our boat here, this is where we have a constant velocity. So here we are increasing in velocity, but here it's a constant velocity, coasting. Again, we go up from 16 meters per second to 20. So we have another increase in the velocity. And then our boat slows down. So we're going to have a decrease in velocity here. So the only constant velocity that we have is right here from 15 seconds to 25 seconds. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment.